Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, this is a bonus reading for Capricorn, and our card tonight is the Three of Cups. And this is from Tarot of the Abyss. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Ooh, I like this bowl. Okay, so we have, now let me just go all the way around. I'm excited. We have a big spider, which I have quite an affinity for spiders and spider symbology. Okay, so we have the large spider right here. You can see the eyes, and although it looks like two eyes, but maybe a lot of little eyes. And we have the legs, okay, and it looks like it has something there in its little mouth right here. And immediately what I thought of was a lion for some reason. It doesn't necessarily look that much like a lion, but it does feel like the essence of a lion to me. I don't often read spiders as being anything else other than the weaver of dreams. I mean, that's number one. Number two, the Great Mother. Okay, this is my main association. Great Mother. The mother of all. Okay. And as we know, the mother archetype, especially the Great Mother, the primordial mother, is one of great and unconditional love, but also brutality, devastation. Absolutely. If you think of this kind of term of like scorched earth, this is one side of that mother, that Great Mother. She giveth and taketh away, as they say. And so, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, it feels to me like I don't think it is somebody else. I'm thinking like, oh, is this a Leo person that you're having maybe like a really close Leo person, like a brother, I almost imagine, or a lover, a beloved, maybe a minor beloved. But I don't even think it's necessarily that. I almost wonder if this feels like an aspect of self where you really got into this mode of kind of sticking your neck out and really like, I can imagine like behaving like a Leo would, right? Or what we perceive Leos to behave like, and being courageous and outgoing and charming and all those kind of, beautiful extroverted qualities. And I feel like at the core of things, this, although you are able to function in this capacity, or at least in this, I guess, flavor, trying to think of the right word here, but In this way, okay, you can kind of in some ways mimic this kind of disposition, and you do it well, but I think that it does not fulfill you. Okay, you are I mean, first of all, you're a hard worker, but you're an innovator. You are somebody who lives in a very dreamy world. You are not, you're not as like oh shoot, you're not as, I think, concerned with social affairs, the comings and goings and the interactions and, you know, all these kinds of things. I think that you get involved in what you care about. And sometimes what you care about does involve you having to kind of play these roles, especially if you are somebody like in sales or business or, you know, whatever it is. You have to do these kind of customer facing positions, right? And these situations, you do well, you excel. You know, I think anybody who is witnessing you would think that you're fully like in your comfort zone. You're doing a great job. But I think for you, it's kind of like you come out of the situation and your battery is depleted. You feel like you've been, you know, putting on a show for the last while. And, you know, the longer that goes on, the more it feels like you are just kind of living outside of who you maybe perceive yourself to be. And so I do feel this kind of calling of this, and this is what I think of like the great mother of self, right? This manifestation of the great mother archetype in yourself, kind of calling you back in. Come home. The sun's going down. The street lights are coming on, and it's time for you to come home. Get washed up and ready for bed, right? And I feel like there's a calling for some rest and kind of a reunification of these different aspects of self outside of any relation to anyone else or anything else that's going on in your life. So I really do. I imagine you kind of very focused on a period of wellness, of doing whatever techniques you like to do, meditation, intentional movement, therapies, you know, whatever it is, mindfulness, creativity, and coming back into your temple so that you may rest, so that you may kind of, you know, recharge your power places. And, you know, and I don't think that you're very sad about this. I think this is like, you know, quite a relief. You are coming home after a long journey, right? And so something to really look forward to, okay? Oh, and now I turn it this way and I'm seeing it is the home. There is this home right here. It does. It looks like the doorway right there. So it does to me feel like, yes, kind of letting go of that kind of more extroverted role that you've been playing, coming back into your sacred temple, your home, your quiet space, your where you can exist without being witnessed. Right? You just are what you are. You can kind of let your hair down and do your own thing, right? So that's a good feeling. That feels so nice. It definitely does. So we have a Z down here, okay? And it looks like we have a Z. So we have the beginning and the end, kind of the full spectrum of things. It seems like maybe, and this maybe is why you are kind of being able to have some downtime and be in that kind of a little bit of seclusion, maybe coming to the end of a project. Something is kind of wrapping up. You have seen it from the beginning, from its conception to, you know, it being fully realized. And so this also, I feel like, is a very kind of fulfilling period of time for you. Absolutely nothing better than getting through the whole thing and then, being able to look at your work and see, I did this. I did all of this, and it turned out beautifully. Definitely. Something that really makes a Capricorn's heart sing. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I fully resonate with this because even just in the moment right now, I was packing the kitchen today and I got so much done, and I felt like just an absolute champion. I was so proud of myself. I still am. I'm just like I can see into my kitchen from where I'm at right now, and I'm looking at the things stacked to take over to the other place tonight or tomorrow, and I feel glorious about my little win in life. So we also have, it looks like a phoenix. And I'm trying to be quiet with my drinking. I'm sorry. And I feel like I'm getting stuffy all of a sudden. I was doing pretty good. I got through all my other readings. Pretty unstuffed. So we have the phoenix. Okay. So yes, rising once again. And I don't feel like we've really had a tower moment or anything to really bring you down, but I feel like this is the overall energy in this chapter in your life, is that you have really kind of risen from a difficult time in the past, maybe some years ago. I'm guessing between like 5 and 10 years ago. And you've had the time to kind of really work towards your vision of how you'd like to be living, and you've achieved some amazing things. And I feel like you continue to alter your goals and create bigger and bigger ones. You have big dreams, definitely. And I only see you getting bigger and closer and more set aflame with that fire element. Absolutely, that creative sexual energy. The thing that kind of flows through all things. It brings that the animating principle into everything. And you are absolutely electric in your life. I feel like if you went back 10, 15 years ago and looked at your life the way it is now, you wouldn't recognize it. I think that at some point you had maybe resigned to whatever the circumstances were. And maybe this is that you were married, or you had some financial issues, or I kind of almost wonder if you had maybe some legal issues or whatever it was. And you've really diligently worked to get that stuff resolved and get it figured out. And you not only have done that, but you've gone on to create this whole other life for yourself. And, I definitely feel like this is a time to be quite proud of yourself. Now I'm looking up here, and this looks like some kind of marsupial to me, with the long tail. And I immediately think, okay, so this maybe is kind of a nocturnal animal. And I feel like maybe there is a sense of turning into a period of time where you're up at night a lot. Maybe it is that some kind of work you do where you're doing overnight shifts. Maybe you are having a period of time where you are in between projects or jobs, or whatever. Maybe you run your own business and you're out of season right now. But whatever it is, I feel like you have time to be up at night, and I think that you're pondering quite a bit. This is where you do your best kind of creative and brainstorming, and where your innovative spirit is really alive and kind of ablaze. So enjoy the time. Make use of it. I can almost imagine going walking late at night, and the sounds of the crickets and things, and looking up at the sky. And let me tell you right now, I was just looking at the sky earlier, and it's pretty late here, I think after midnight. So the sky is absolutely just pitch black and clear, and the stars are crystal clear. I mean, just beautiful. And we have the new moon, super new moon, coming here in a few days, as well as the eclipse. So just a very powerful time. And I can imagine you kind of out there taking a little walk, or maybe you're sitting in the backyard and you're gazing up at the sky. Hopefully you are in a place where you don't have too much light pollution. I know most of us do. Well, we don't, because we're kind of rural, right? We live in the middle of nowhere. And so it's not a lot of light pollution here. But I have lived most of my life in the city, so I understand. I understand what it is not to see the stars too clearly. But still worth looking up once in a while, and kind of basking in the shadows of the night. All right. So we do have two illuminating candles right here. Okay. Oops. And this is two illuminating candles right here. And so I look at these and I think you'll have two things that come up that really kind of maybe are a little bit of a shock to you. But maybe also a sense of kind of awakening to a larger narrative within your life. I wonder if this is something about a family situation, or maybe information you never had about a family dynamic, and suddenly you're finding out this old stuff, and it gives you more of an insight into kind of the dynamics of the family, okay, and the histories of the family. And I feel like with the heart here, I feel like this is something that isn't a terrible realization. I think actually the opposite. It helps humanize maybe some difficult situations, where maybe you can understand, you have a little more, of a view of like the goings on, what was happening that maybe you weren't told about, maybe things that people didn't understand about what was happening. And now these years later, there's a greater perspective about the whole thing. And I think that actually kind of lifts a lot of weight off of your heart. Okay. It makes it a little easier to understand maybe some of the things that have gone on. Okay. Now it looks like we have an eye. We have a plane. Ooh. So we have a plane towards the past. So I feel like somebody from the past, right here, somebody from the past is showing up, and this is maybe where this information is coming from. I feel like this maybe is like a cousin, a sister, something in your peer group, age group. And I wonder if they're coming to stay with you, visit, or whatever. And it feels like, yeah, they're coming along with some information. But I do feel like this is a joyous reunion. This is something that you even maybe are going to like dress up for and go enjoy. Maybe a wedding. Okay. We also have a dove right here. So there is a lot of love and peace and light around this this happening. And so I do think it is something like maybe a baby being born into the family, a wedding, some kind of reunion, family reunion, or, whatever, something like this. And so something to look forward to. I do feel like almost though that there is some anxiety about it. And I think, we all kind of do have, we have these moments where we're like real excited about, oh, these events are coming up. And then it sets in the reality of all the moving parts and all the people involved. And there can be a little bit of anxiety about how is this going to go? What is this really going to be like? But I think that you will be pleasantly surprised. All right. So we have the Indigo Sage affirmation cards. These are the air element. We were doing the earth element before, and now we're on to air. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip through and stop where it feels right. Oh, cute. We have a little mouse. I think that's a dormouse, maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing. Pretty, pretty. All right. It says fruitful, self-mastery, abundance eternally flows to support and nurture your greatest individual dreams. This is like made for a Capricorn. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think this really, and this totally flows into the reading tonight. Dreams and bigger dreams. All right. Well, you know what? I love you, and I thank you for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it does help the channel. It helps the videos get into the algorithm. Apparently, that's what they say on the internet. So that's why I guess we ask. I guess everybody asks. So if you do have a second, please like the video. The channel is growing steadily. I'm surprised like how quickly. We just surpassed 37K subscribers. I feel like it was just last week we're doing 35K. So going up quickly, and I thank each and every one of you for that. I mean, it's all you. You are what makes this channel what it is. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And what else? If you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean the world to me. And yeah, the eclipse, the moon, feeling just, I feel just weird. I almost is like, I feel like I'm like getting manic a little bit. I'm not bipolar, or I don't have, I mean, you can have mania from, a variety of different things, but I don't usually get manic. I think I'm excited, tired, affected by the moon. Yeah, I don't know. I've been sick a lot lately, and thankfully getting better here. And I think that's also, I'm just so happy that I can get through my day without, absolutely falling apart. So I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of hypomania maybe. It's also spring. And it feels like it's, it's a little bit warmer. So, the other thing I wanted to ask everybody, I made a post about it, is about gardening. I garden a little bit. I mean, no, I do. I garden quite a bit, but I'm fairly new to it. I've been kind of around gardening my whole life. I've had little gardens throughout my life, but the last few years I've gotten really into gardening. And so where I'm at, we have a really kind of short and narrow growth season because it is quite cold here for at least 6-7 months of the year. And so I'm moving and having to set up a new garden from scratch and trying to decide what I'm going to grow this year. I think that maybe I might just do pots and slowly build myself some raised flower bed or like a garden and a flower bed type of deal set up, and see how that goes, but I'm thinking about all the things I want to grow. And I'm wondering, what are you guys growing? What do you have planned? What are your champions that you just love growing? I like to do tomatoes and cucumbers. Those are my two vegetables I love and actually get good results. I also like growing squash. I do like a lot of, what's it called? What are they called? The fall ones, the butternuts. I like butternut squash a lot. But also a lot of herbs. That's the big thing for me because I cook a lot. So I like to grow herbs, and it is my great goal in life. One of the big goals in my life is I want to do one of those hanging bean trellis thing, or not trellis, like the arches, a bean arch. I'd also like to do the squash on the arch as well. So I have some lofty goals in life. Big things happening for me. So yeah, I don't know. I just love talking about planting and gardening and stuff so much. I could go on and on and on about it, but I'm just interested, and I am genuinely interested. If you have anything that you want to share, any tips, or what you like to grow, what kind of beautiful flowers you love, I'm here. I'm here for it. Put it in the comments. All right. I love you, Capricorn. We'll talk in a couple days from now. So take care. Be safe. Good night.